Hi, Brad from wpsites.net. Let's take a look at transferring your WordPress installation from your local computer to your web server. In this case, I've used Instant WP to install WordPress locally, and here it is here. It's all in this folder. If we open up this folder and we go to IW Server, htdocs, we'll see WordPress in here, and this is a folder containing WordPress and all the themes and plugins. Now I want to move all of this to a live web server, and for this exercise I'm using Bluehost. I have an account with Bluehost for some of my smaller blogs, and I'll just show you how to do this. It's pretty straightforward. The first thing we want to do is open up our local installation of WordPress. So we'll just click on the icon there for Instant WordPress, and we'll open this up, and we'll need to install a plugin. Now there's lots of different ways you can do this. You can use a text editor like Notepad++, but there's a really good little plugin which makes it super easy to do. So let's just click on WordPress admin, and we'll log into WordPress on our local system, and we'll go to plugins, and I'll just see whether I've already installed this. WP Migrate DB. So this is the plugin that you want to install. So just click on Add New, search for the plugin, install this great little plugin. It changes all the links, all the internal links and everything within your local installation, so when you restore it to your live web server you're not going to have any broken links, and everything will work perfectly. So that plugin's already installed. Now if we go down to Tools and we see WP Migrate DB, and we'll click on that. This is the local address at the moment. Now I've got a spare domain which I use for testing on a live web server, and it's called solutionsocial.com. So you just put whatever your domain is in there, and we'll need to get the file path as well. So I'll just check the file path. We'll go to Bluehost, and we'll scroll down here to Files, and under the File Manager section we'll click on Go. Okay, and we can see the path here is home for Dalton WI. So it won't actually be there. Click on public HTML. It'll actually be in here. So that what we'll have to do firstly is set up this domain on this web server. So I'll have to create an add-on domain. So if I go to Domain Manager, and we'll just create an add-on domain. Now let's go to register a new domain, assign a domain to your cPanel account. So we'll click there, and we'll have to authorize this with the domain manager. In this case it's GoDaddy. So let's go here and let's type in solutionsocial.com. Verifying domain, so we'll just wait for that. I'll need a password or an EP code, so I'll have to get that. So let's just log into GoDaddy, our domain manager. GoDaddy. And log into my account. You'll have to put your username and password in there. So I'll just do that. I'll just have to grab that. So once you've logged into your domain manager, there's two ways you can create an add-on domain in Bluehost. You can send the EEP code, the authorization code, by email. So I'll just click on that there, and that'll send an email to the email address registered with that domain. And there's another way you can do it as well. You can actually just basically insert the password for your cPanel account in here. I've already pointed the DNS, the domain name servers, to this host, Bluehost. So all I have to do is put in my cPanel password or the EEP code, which is sent to me via email once I activate that in my domain manager's control panel. So there's two ways to do that, and once you get the email, you can basically or enter your password, you can create the add-on domain, and then we can move forward and transfer the files in the database over to your live web server. So that's just in the process of creating the directory on the server for the new domain, solutionsocial.com, and this is the demo domain that I'll be using to restore WordPress to on a live web server from a local setup. So they say that'll take 5 to 15 minutes, but it'll be pretty much done straight away. So if we go back into cPanel, we should see a file folder directory which has been created on the server, and we can grab the path to that directory now and place that into the plugin settings. So if we go down to Files and we click on File Manager, let's see, Solution Social, you can see they've already created that, so it's not 5 to 15 minutes, it's a lot faster. And this is the path that we want here, public HTML /solution social. So the first part of the path will be home for Dalton WI. Obviously that'll be different in your case. So we need all of that information, and we'll go to the plugin settings now, and we'll put this information into the plugin settings. So let's just have a look at that again. /home for Dalton WI. So /, here we go. I've already got it in because I did this yesterday, and the last part of this is solution social. So that's the path to where all the files will be. So we'll upload them to that exact path. We've put the domain name in there, so that's all you need, the new address and the new file path. There's a couple of options here which are pretty good. I don't think you'll have to worry too much about spam comments, because I doubt you got any of those playing around with WordPress locally. But you can configure those settings there, and all as we do now is click Export Database, and you can see it's already processed it. There's not a lot of data in there, but you can see the way that changed the links here. This is the local address, and this is the new domain, and it's done that perfectly, solutionsocial.com. So I'm not going to have any problems there. I'll just save this database file. It's an SQL file to the desktop. So I'll save that, and that would have been done pretty quick. So that's all I really need to do locally with the database. So I can pretty much shut down the local installation. I don't need the domain manager anymore. So I've got the file, and where is it? I'll find it on my local desktop. It'll be here somewhere. It's a bit of a mess because I'm pretty busy, but this is it here. So this is the database, and all the links have been changed. I mean, obviously you could open this up with Notepad++. You could do a search, find, and you could put in your local URL in here and change it to the new one as well. So that's another way to do it. And here's the here it is here. You could put this in and change it to Solution Social, or change it to your domain name. So that's pretty straightforward. So now let's just go to the files now. We've done the database. The next step is the files. So we go to IWP server, htdocs, WordPress. Now the best way to do this is to zip it up, really. Let's just send this to zip, compress zip folder, and that'll take about 15-20 seconds, and we'll just upload this using File Manager in cPanel. You could use Unlimited FTP, which is an FTP program within File Manager, or you could use FTP, your own FTP client like FileZilla. So I'll just drag that onto the desktop. That's got all our files, our uploads, themes, plugins, everything we need in there, and we'll just upload that. Now another way to do this would be to install WordPress using simple scripts in cPanel, and then upload your files like your plugins, your themes, and all that sort of stuff. But I just prefer to drag out the whole lot and zip it up, and I'll just upload that. So I'll go into cPanel now. I'm in the directory, click on upload. We'll find WordPress, desktop, and that'll upload, and that'll take a few minutes because my internet connection's a little bit slow. There's a 150 MB limit on uploads in cPanel, so if your local installation's any bigger than that, you'll need to use FTP. But while it's doing that, let's just go into cPanel. We need to create a database, so we'll have to do that. Let's go into cPanel and create a database. We'll just go down to databases, click on the MySQL database wizard, and we'll just create a quick database. We'll call this demo for the database name. Call it demo as well for the username. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Might not work. So we'll go ABC as well. ABC. Create user. This will create the database. We'll select all privileges here. We'll just copy this because we'll need this. So we'll copy this to Notepad. And we'll have to edit the WP config file, which we're uploading in that zip folder with WordPress files in it. So let's go next step. So that's all done. We can return home here, and we're just waiting for that to upload. Here it is. Here it's complete. It's only about 12 meg, so that's pretty good. So we refresh that, and we can see the WordPress zip folder here. Click on that, and let's just extract everything. That's all done. Let's refresh that. We don't need that anymore, so let's delete that, the zip folder. Now we need to move this, so we'll open this up, select all, click move. We want to move that into the Solution Social directory. So we'll move all those files. If we just go back to Solution Social, we'll find all the files are in there, all the WordPress files, so we can delete that WordPress directory now, and we'll just edit the WP config now, and this should be right, everything will work. We'll have to import the database obviously using PHP myadmin, but we'll just go down to the WP config, code edit. I'm pretty sure you'll know how to do all this, and here's the username and the database name. So we'll just replace these. Paste. Root was the old username for the local installation. Password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, A, B, C. So we'll just save those changes. There's the config, that's done. So we'll refresh now, and we'll just upload the database. So we'll go into PHP myadmin, and I want to try to get this done under 15 minutes before the video shuts out. So I've got 50 seconds left. But this is pretty straightforward process really. It's really not difficult. The plugin's really good. I normally use Notepad++, but hang on, let's just go to the database that we created. And this is the one here. Or was it? Let's just check that again. So make sure you select the right database. In this case it was demo. Here's the file here, the SQL file. So we'll just import that now. And you see that's been successful there. It's imported all the database tables, and there's solutionsocial.com, so it's worked perfectly. If you've got any questions, just leave a comment below the video and I'll get in touch. Cheers.